I'd like to talk about entrepreneurism from the point of view of a professional wanting to become an entrepreneur. So, a couple of thoughts before that. One is that, in India, generally, entrepreneurship is not glorified. But I'd like to make a statement that if you look around, any of the products you use in your daily life or the comforts that you enjoy has been brought to you through the efforts of an entrepreneur. Scientists and other people have discovered, invented, but it's finally taken an entrepreneur to convert it into a product and bring it to market. So that's the role really entrepreneurs play, in this world. The second is when I became an entrepreneur or was in the cusp of deciding to become, I've been talking to a lot of people, asking them what they feel about entrepreneurship in general. And my observation is like this, everybody dreams of becoming an entrepreneur one day. There are very few people out of that who put in the effort to actually plan and conceive an idea. And out of those who do, it's a very small percentage which actually takes the step to do something. And out of those who do, most give up in the early stages. But out of those who do sustain, a lot of them are able to accomplish great things in life. So, I would encourage, professionals to get into entrepreneurship because that's really what the country needs. There are entrepreneurs galore in India at the grassroots level, but at the professional level, very few people have really ventured into entrepreneurship. Now, why is that so, that professionals are not getting into entrepreneurship? So, if we really look into it, here are some thoughts about it. The first is social, right? When we were growing up, we were always taught money is bad. If you are educated, you've got to do a job, a good job. So, just as an example, while Bill Gates was building up Microsoft in the US, equally educated or perhaps even brighter people were preparing for IAS in India, right? So that's what has created the difference. All right. So I think, that's been a big issue, right? Money's been considered bad. Business has been considered bad. We do see the change happening now, right? When I see my children and their friends, we do hear they're interested in building something, they're interested in making money, they're interested in making a difference, right? And I think that augurs well for the society in general because hopefully these children will grow up to do something unique. The second thing that I think blocks a lot of entrepreneurs from getting into business is the ecosystem in general. And I think Rajiv alluded to it briefly. But I'd like to share an example with you. 1 year after I had started my business, a cousin of mine and I met actually. He had moved to China at the same time when I started a business and started something there, and I started it here. So when we met, we were exchanging notes. And he actually showed me a letter which he'd got from the Chinese government saying, how kind of grateful they were that he chose to come to China to set up the business, and they were asking him if he's comfortable, and also asked him, hope none of the authorities are harassing you, and very, very nice and comfortable there. And I showed him a pile of files, some from the income tax, some from the service tax, some from here, there, asking us various queries. So the point I'm getting back to is, I think just like we promote, the export industry or the IT industry, I think entrepreneurism in India, at the professional level especially, needs to be promoted. We need to kind of create that environment where people who generally had good careers are incentivized to go and start something. They don't feel victimized when they start something. So that's the second point. The third point is the lack of mergers and acquisition activities in India. If you really see what has led to the growth of entrepreneurism in US or in the Silicon Valley? Entrepreneurs are good at coming up with ideas. They're able to take those ideas to market very quickly, develop technologies, and then they have their limitations sometimes in terms of scaling up. But then the bigger companies come in, absorb the technology from them, buy them out, and are able to take it and productize and take it to market.